Harriet Tubman was an escaped slave who became the conductor of the Underground Railroad, leading slaves to freedom before the Civil War. But she was also a nurse, a Union spy, and a woman suffrage supporter. Harriet Tubman was born around 1820 on a plantation in Dorchester County, Maryland. Her parents, Harriet Green and Benjamin Ross, named her Araminta Ross and called her Minty. Harriet's dad was a cook in the plantation's big house. Benjamin also worked as a timber. Araminta later changed her name to Harriet in honor of her mother. Harriet had 8 brothers and sisters, but in realities of slavery eventually forced them apart. But Harriet's dad's attempts to keep their family together when Harriet was 5 years old failed. When Harriet was 5 years old, she was rented out as a nursemaid, where she would be whipped when the baby cried, leaving her with permanent emotional and physical scars. Around age 7, Harriet was rented out as a planter to set muskrat traps and was later rented out to be a field hand. She later said she preferred physical plantation over work inside doors. Harriet's desire for justice became at age 12 when she spotted a overseer about to throw a heavy weight at a fugitive slave. Harriet stepped in between the slave and the overseer. The weight struck her head. She later said about the incident, "The weight broke my skull. They carried me inside the house, bleeding and fainting. I had no bed, no place to lie down at all. And they laid me on the seat of the loom, and I stayed in there all day and the next." Harriet's good deed left her with headaches and narcolepsy for the rest of her life. 1840, her and her father and her kids were set free. But her dad's new owner refused to recognize the will, and her dad and Harriet and the rest of her kids were still in bondage. Around 1844, Harriet married John Tubman, a free black man. She changed her last name from Ross to Tubman. The marriage was not good. John threatened to sell Harriet further south. The knowledge that 2 of her brothers, Ben and Henry, were about to be sold provoked Harriet to plan an escape. On September the 17th, 1849, Harriet, Ben, and Henry escaped their Maryland plantation. The brothers, however, changed their mind and went back. With the help of the Underground Railroad, Harriet went on and traveled 90 miles north to Pennsylvania and freedom.